The crack of bone breaking reverberated through the deserted gym, sharp as a thunderclap in the stillness. Emily Carter lay sprawled on the icy concrete, her body taut like a coiled viper. Her fingers clamped around Tyler Reed's ankle, her grip so fierce her knuckles gleamed white under the dim fluorescent lights. Tyler's scream tore through the musty air as his leg twisted at an unnatural angle, a grotesque parody of human anatomy. "You wanted a mutt," Emily hissed, her voice steady despite the tears carving paths through the grime on her face. Mutts bite. But that moment of brutal reckoning was still half an hour away. Right now, Emily knelt on the cold floor of Jefferson High's abandoned gymnasium in a small Oregon town, the year 2026. 5 senior boys encircled her, their shadows looming like vultures under the slanting dusklight filtering through grimy windows. They were predators who thrived on breaking spirits. "Lower," barked Lucas Hayes, his linebacker voice booming off the peeling walls. At 6 feet 2 inches, he dwarfed Emily's 5 feet 3 inches frame, his bulk a monument to years of football dominance. "I said crawl like a dog, not kneel like you're begging for mercy." The others snickered. Noah Bennett, phone in hand, recorded every second with the steady grip of a seasoned influencer. Ethan Parker cracked his knuckles, the sound slicing through the tension. Beside him, Owen Mitchell and Caleb Foster formed an impenetrable wall of cruelty, sealing off any hope of escape. Emily's hands shook as she pressed them to the gritty concrete, coated with decades of dust and despair. Her mother's silver bracelet, stolen from her locker that morning, dangled from Lucas's fingers, glinting like a taunt. She'd come to Jefferson High 3 weeks ago, a transplant from Chicago after her father's death forced her and her younger brother, Liam, to move in with their uncle in this nowhere town. Trouble found her fast. It started in the cafeteria when she saw a freshman, Oliver Tran, choking on toilet water, his head held down by Lucas. The crowd's laughter was vile, a chorus of cruelty. Emily didn't hesitate. She shoved Lucas into a stall, freeing Oliver, who gasped for air, his face bruised and terrified. But Noah's video only caught her final push, painting her as the aggressor. By nightfall, the clip was everywhere. New girl attacks, star player in Lucas's college offers vanished. He didn't get mad. He got calculated. The harassment was relentless. Vol notes in her locker, fake food deliveries to her uncle's house at 2 a.m., and an Instagram page, Emily the Freak, plastered with doctored images of her. Then they targeted Liam, soaking his favorite Star Wars shirt and locking him in a storage room for hours, his sobs captured in a viral video. The final straw was the bracelet, her mother's last gift before cancer claimed her. Lucas wore it like a trophy. Finders keepers, he smirked in the hallway, his crew laughing. That night, Emily stared at her mother's photo, whispering, "I tried to be good, Mom. I tried." A text from Noah sealed it. 3 p.m. "Tomorrow, old Jim. Come alone, or your brother's video goes nuclear." She replied, "I'll be there." In the garage, she pounded the heavy bag her mother had hung years ago, her fists retracing patterns drilled into her since childhood. "Fighting's messy," her mother once said, wrapping her hands. "We train to end it quick, to protect, not destroy." Emily's reply echoed in her memory. What if they deserve it? Her mother's answer was firm. Then teach them, but stop when they learn. Warriors don't fight for hate. At 2:55 p.m., Emily stood outside the gym, her phone recording in her pocket. She'd learned from Lucas's playbook. Inside, the boys waited, their voices bouncing off the walls. "Think she'll show?" Ethan sneered. "She's too stubborn not to," Lucas replied, confident. Emily pushed open the door. The gym reeked of neglect, its faded court a stage for their twisted game. Lucas stood in the center, her mother's bracelet gleaming on his wrist. "Look who's here," he taunted. "The freak herself." Emily stepped forward, her sneakers silent. "Let's do this," she said, her voice flat. Lucas flashed his phone, showing Liam's sobbing face in the storage room. "You're gonna crawl, apologize for existing, and bark for this bracelet, or your brother's life is over." The boys tightened their circle, eyes hungry for her shame. Slowly, Emily knelt, gaze locked on Lucas. The concrete bit through her jeans, but she knew this position ground fighting was her domain, honed by years of jiu-jitsu with her mother. They saw a broken girl. They were wrong. "I'm sorry," she began, each word a calculated step toward chaos. Lucas grinned, oblivious to her shifting weight, her coiling muscles. "Louder," he ordered. "Crawl and bark." Emily moved, her palms gliding over the floor, their laughter masking her precision. She stopped before Lucas, looked up, and smelled a predator smile. "You wanted a mutt," she said. His smirk faltered, but it was too late. Her hand shot out, seizing Ethan's ankle. The takedown was surgical. His scream followed the snap of his ankle. She rolled, already targeting Owen, yanking his heel and locking it in a heel hook. "Move, and you're limping for life," she warned. Noah's phone hit the floor as he backed away, but Emily was faster, her wrestler's takedown sending him face first into the concrete, blood pooling from his nose. Caleb raised his hands, surrendering. "I'm out," he stammered, sitting with hands on his head. Lucas stood alone, his bravado crumbling as his crew writhed in pain. "This is assault," he shouted, backing into the wall. Emily advanced, her voice cold. "Like when you drowned Oliver. Locked my brother in a closet? Stole my mother's bracelet." She stopped, just out of reach. "Funny how it's only assault when I fight back." Lucas fumbled, offering the bracelet. "Take it. We're even." Emily didn't move. Not even close. He threw it and bolted, but her leg sweep sent him crashing down. She pinned him, knee on his chest, hand on his ankle, ready to end his football dreams. "Please," he wheezed. "Did Liam say please?" she asked. "Did Oliver?" "Stop." Coach Daniel Harris appeared in the doorway, his voice cutting through the chaos. Stocky and weathered, the wrestling coach knelt beside her. "You've won, Emily. Let him go." Her grip tightened. "They hurt Liam. Nobody stopped them." Harris nodded, his voice soft. "I know. We failed you, failed all their victims. But your mother wouldn't want this." Emily froze. "You knew her?" "Sergeant Laura Carter," he said. "Marines, 2 tours, taught jiu-jitsu in Chicago." She bragged about her warrior kid who'd rather read than spar, but could break any hold. Tears fell, but Emily held firm. Harris gestured to his phone. "I've recorded everything. Their dumb police, school board, all of it. Don't let them make you someone your mother wouldn't know." Emily released Lucas, who crawled away, sobbing. She retrieved the bracelet, its warmth steadying her. Sirens wailed as paramedics and police flooded the gym. Officer Rachel Lee took Emily's statement, her face grim as she reviewed the videos Emily's, Harris's, and a live stream by Sophie Tran, Oliver's sister, with 60,000 views. Parents arrived, their protests silenced by the footage projected on the gym wall. Lucas's taunts, the bracelet, the demands to crawl. Lucas's father, a city councilman, sat speechless. By sunset, Emily left with Liam and their uncle, the news vans already circling. The story exploded. Jefferson High bullies exposed, but Emily focused on Liam's fearless laugh, on Oliver's quiet "thank you" text, on the kids who'd find courage because of her. That night, Lucas texted an apology. She deleted it. Some lessons were learned too late. 6 weeks later, Emily taught in Jefferson's new self-defense studio, the old gym reborn with mats and a protect and empower banner. Oliver, her assistant, radiated newfound strength. "A freshman, Mia, approached. Your video gave me the courage to tell my parents about my cousin's abuse. He's gone now." At graduation, Emily, valedictorian, spoke to a packed auditorium. "Strength isn't who you hurt, it's who you protect." The crowd roared, including Lucas and his crew in the back, their futures rerouted to GEDs and probation. Emily's mother's bracelet, now joined by one engraved warrior mentor, gleamed as she challenged her peers. Be warriors for the voiceless. The applause shook the room. Change hadn't come from fists, but from standing tall. What do you think? Was Emily a hero or a vigilante? Should she have trusted the system or taken justice into her own hands? Drop your thoughts below, smash that like button if this story hit you hard, and subscribe for more tales of courage and consequence. Let's talk, where do you draw the line?